Well, hi there, pluckers. Ivor Things back with you again for hopefully another interesting tutorial. This is about string changing. Now, for those of you who don't know, there's a thing called a Luthier's knot, which is a very secure way of securing your string to the tuning peg when you're changing your strings, which reduces the risk of slippage, etc. So I thought I'd just show you me doing my guitar. I've changed 4 strings already, or I put them on the guitar, and I've just got the D string and the G string to do. I just thought I'd film it for you so you can see how I actually do it myself. Okay, so starting off with the D string, 4th string, I've secured it down on the bridge with the pin. Inserted the pin and made sure that it's not going to come out. Nicely pushed in the pin as far as it'll go. So what I tend to do is I bring up the string and I tend to leave about the same length as between the 2 pegs, so 1.5 inches, something like that. So obviously when you're doing these pegs, the lower pegs, I use the gap. So if I was doing the 5th string, I would take the gap between it and the D string as where I would go. So on the 2 top ones, obviously I'm just estimating I'm going about 1.5 inches, something like that. Okay, and I put a bend in it. I put a right hand bend in it. Okay, so there. I've now got a right hand bend in the string, about 1.5 inches past the peg. Okay. I then insert the string from the centre of the headstock, like that, until we get to the stop, like that. And then this is where the knot comes in. You basically take the loose end of the string, the excess bit, and you go round the pin underneath the string going down towards the guitar neck. So that you bring it round like that underneath the string, and you bring it up and then over the top. Okay, that's your knot. And then either wind the string, tighten it so it takes up the slack, or in my case I'm going to use a string winder, which I find invaluable. Very inexpensive tool if you haven't got one. And you just wind the string now, keeping the tension on it, and try and get it so that the string, as it's going on the peg, works its way down underneath the previous winding, if you understand. Like that. Until it takes up the slack. And it's just taking up the slack now. And just give this a tug upwards if you like. Make sure it's alright. And now you'll find that is a Luthier's knot. Okay. Now obviously on the G string, it's coming from the other direction, so I'm just going to secure my string so that we're ready to go. Can be a bit fiddly, this bit. There we go. So coming up now, so I go about 1.5 inches past the actual pin, and then I put a bend in it, a right angle bend, like so. So there's my little right angle. There's strings moving around. Okay, so there's my right angle bend. I then come again from the centre of the net, or the headstock, into the hole or slot of your tuning peg, like so. So you're coming in from the centre of that way. Okay. Into that, And what you do with this, again, you come round with the loose bit, the excess bit, you come round the peg towards the centre of the headstock, go underneath your string, bring it out the other side, and then come back to the centre and go over the top like that. Okay, then get hold of your, either tune it by hand or the string winder and wind away. Again, trying to get the windings as they go onto the peg to go underneath the previous part of the string where you wound it on. Okay, keep winding till you get through the, take up the slack. There we go. Get it in the slot, like so. And there we have it. Okay, there we have it. Okay, so there you have it. That's a Luthier's knot. Okay, and you'll find that it's that doesn't slip, and you won't need to touch that again until you change the strings again. Okay. So you'll see, what I tend to do myself, it's personal choice, but I leave the strings like this, or the excess hanging there, until I've actually tuned up to pitch for the first time. And when I've got up to pitch, I then trim them off, okay, with a pair of side cutters. But that's how I change my strings with the Luthier's knot. Okay, hope that made sense to you. And see you in the next lesson. Bye for now.